Welcome to Chaotic Harmony. My name is John.
This is Crystal. We talk about the joys and the challenges of teaching music in the elementary school classroom.
We share struggles, we brainstorm solutions.
And we would love to have you join us. Hello and welcome back
To another episode.
of Chaotic Harmony. Is this a thing we do now?
We've done it kind of back to back.
I don't know if I'm on board with that.
It's okay. Maybe you need a trilogy. You need to end the trilogy. This is like the final one.
Something like that.
Something.
Hi, I'm Crystal Pridmore.
I'm Jonathan Seligman.
We are so excited that you are here to join us today. Yeah. We're going to talk about the little teeny tiny students in our lives.
But before we do that,
okay.
you saying that made me think. So episode 100 is coming up soon.
It is.
And I'm curious. I know teachers' lives are very busy. We're also on the West Coast, Best Coast. So the thing is our time zone's different. But would you be interested in doing a live episode, listeners?
I'm down.
Let us know. Because I know everyone's time is different and everyone's schedule's different. But
if you want to do a 100th episode celebration with us, we would absolutely love to have you. So keep an eye on the socials.
And email us chaoticharmonyclassroom@gmail.com.
Yeah, be like, I'm there.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah.
If enough people say it.
And maybe we'll have giveaways, like 100 pennies.
Or we'll have also like guests. Oh, we could also have guests.
Ooh, we could
maybe
have guests.
calling guests,
100 of them?
100. I don't know if we have that.
Episode.
Yeah. No.
Maybe
we'll
not.
figure something out. But if this is something you're interested in, maybe we can just have it for, we'll figure something out. But
it's coming
that'd be cool.
up.
That'd be
it's
cool.
coming up
We're
quick.
on episode 97 already.
What,
8? We're on 98.
This is 98.
Yeah, wild stuff.
Yeah, I know. It's coming. It's coming. So let's talk about TK, though.
TK.
Bringing it back to the little teeny tinies.
TK is what again? Remind us, listeners.
Okay.
Like me?
So if you are not from California
or New Jersey,
apparently, it is Transitional Kindergarten. The full name is Universal Transitional Kindergarten.
YTK.
Yeah. Basically, it's a bill in California. There is money attached to it, and it's a program that is designed to bring more kids into school for longer in California. So the difference between TK and traditional kindergarten is that TK is that they're younger.
No, yeah.
Right? What?
Traditional kindergarten, not to be confused with transitional kindergarten.
Right, I know, right? It's a real mouthful. It's tricky. There are some differences, though.
It's also that's not tricky kindergarten either. I'll stop.
You're such a butt. What is transitional kindergarten?
Yes.
So this is the California TK program. Transitional kindergarten, this is a direct quote, by the way, and I'll give you the website in a minute. Transitional kindergarten is the first year of a 2-year kindergarten program that serves children who turn 5 years old between September 2nd and December 2nd. That's from TK, California.
Wait. Say what are those months again?
September 2nd and December 2nd.
I would have been that. Back in the day.
A lot of us would have. Yeah. And so you're either going to be a really old preschooler or a really young kindergartner if you're in that gap.
Right.
And so TK was designed to fill that. The thing is, though, that a lot of these programs have expanded to have earlier and later birthdays. So it is fluctuating, but that's what TK was originally designed for. So it's supposed to be, back to the direct quote, designed to be a age-appropriate curriculum that helps young learners prepare for kindergarten. So they're younger.
Yeah,
These kids they're all 4. It's the beginning of the year, and they're all 4. Nobody's 3, but they're little. So, they don't have as developed language.
Yes.
They're just at a different place developmentally. Yeah, they're still learning language and cognitive skills, social skills. They need more activities in a shorter amount of time, and those activities need to be shorter.
Shotgun approach.
Yes. And they're also still forming those social skills and learning how to regulate their emotions. So that really changes your classroom dynamics and how you can teach. Like you just need a whole different set of teaching strategies to work with these guys. And also they don't have very, very well developed fine motor skills. So the kind of instruments that you give them
is different.
It's all got to be different.
Yeah,
so basically what this means, though, is that so you've been teaching TK 2 years.
This is my second year, yeah.
This is my first year with TK. It's not my first rodeo with early childhood.
No, you did this. How long were you doing that for?
A long time. I taught at an independent studio for early childhood for about 3 years.
How big were those classes?
Well, they were mommy and me. So if you included all the mamas, we'd probably
just the kids. Yeah, just kids. Yeah.
I would say probably about 12 to 16 kids.
I mean, the 30 two people.
There were a lot of people in those rooms.
Okay.
Yeah.
But also the mommy was with me.
Exactly. So. There's a lot of support there.
Yes.
Yeah. So
as we shared 2 episodes ago, like we only have like one teacher and one aide.
Yeah.
Well, when they come to
24 kids.
And when they come to us, like the teacher pieces out. So
that's their release
prep
time
or collaboration time, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So it's different.
It is different. It's a very different structure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've had to get creative with the solution, but also, so we're credentialed in California, and we have a single subject music credential, which means that we can teach kindergarten through high school, general music, band, choir, or orchestra, because that's how that works. But now we are also teaching TK under the same umbrella with the same credential. So I've been getting a lot of questions from people who have never taught preschool before.
Yeah.
And people are kind of freaking out a little bit.
Okay.
And feel like they need some tools. So that's why I felt like it was important to bring this to the table. It's like I'm answering the same questions over and over again when people call and they feel alone. So I feel like the first thing I need to say is, you're not the only one freaking out.
Not.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can do this. It's going to be okay. We're going to get through this together. Yeah. And if you need somebody to ask questions of, vent to, whatever.
You can at Mark Keemer at...
Chaotic Harmony Classroom at gmail.com.
Rumor has it he was teaching guitar class for high schoolers for a bit.
I know, I heard that.
Rough nubs.
We'll have to get
so from high school guitar to TK, he's got it all.
Yeah.
He's got it all. So.
Well, here's what I thought that we would do first. Let's talk about what TK looks like in your life. I'm thinking, like, what is your time block? How many kids are there? Do you have an aide? And then what do you do with them? Let's just keep it really basic, and then I'll give you mine.
Sure.
Okay.
Working backwards. So what we do is we pull out our music history textbooks and we open to Palestrina. And
is Palestrina going to be the running joke?
It's going to be my running joke.
I really like Buxtehude.
Buxtehude. Or Fuchs.
Because I can only hear Dr. Clemens going, Buxtehude.
You had Clemens, I had Peterson.
Okay.
It's good. It's good. But for realsies, so to your actual question, how many kids you said was the first question?
Yeah, how many kids?
I believe we have a good size. When I say good size, I mean big size. I would say about 20.
Okay.
20 something. And next question.
Okay, so that's your class size.
20 class size. What's yours?
Do you have an aide that? You want to shotgun this?
Let's
Okay,
back
sure.
and forth,
We've got 24. We're at the cap.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was me, as I mentioned in episode 96.
That is how much it can go up to.
That was me last year.
With one teacher and one aide, one instructional aide.
It's a lot. What's the next one?
Okay, so we did class size. You have an aide coming?
There's an aide who joins us.
And they stay the whole time?
Yips. Thankfully, yeah.
Thankfully. Okay.
And also, this is her second time doing this. And also, before that, she was a preschool special ed aide.
Oh, she knows what's up.
So she knows what's up. And
that's good.
And it's cool because now I actually have a rapport with her. Like, it used to be, like last year, it was, because preschool, because we also have a preschool special ed, and I didn't often go into this preschool special ed. Because I used to pre-COVID, like kind of like I like to call it, Mr. Rogers style, just come on in, take off my shoes, play a little song, put my shoes back on, leave.
Peace out,
Girl Scout. But the thing was, like, I don't really, after COVID, I didn't have a strong relationship with the preschool special ed classes. So this aide I didn't have a strong connection with last year. Now we understand each other. We understand what, where I'm going with things, how I teach. It's different than, so anyways, she gets it. So that's the nice thing.
That's good.
Yeah. So there is one aide, and
what do you do with them?
What do I do with this? Well, first off, to you.
Okay.
The paddle board approach. So
yeah, definitely. Foam roller. Oh,
foam
no,
roller,
got it.
Sure. I'll roll the foam. There we go.
Roll the foam. It's my turn. So I've decided that until we learn how to make a circle and sit in spots, I'm trying to train them. So they come in and they walk on the fish. And then I just tell them to come inside and swim on the fish. And if you weren't listening to the last episode we did, the two of us together, we talked about our classroom setup. So I've got all of my sit spots, and then around the outside of my sit spots, which are arranged in a hexagon, I have fish swimming in a circle. They make fish shaped sit spots. And so they're down on the ground in rainbow order, and the kids walk on the rainbow fish and they swim. And then I have I pulled out all my old
Mommy Me.
Yeah, Mommy and Me stuff. So this was, oh my gosh, I'm completely blank. Kinder Music. So it's an old Kinder Music CD that I have. I know, from
Okay.
2003.
Did you bring out your boombox?
I do. I have
just
a
like,
boom.
you know, did the
Well,
whole-
I've
what
never
movie was it
left
again?
it. What?
What's the movie that did the whole like John Cusack, like In Your Eyes, Peter Gabriel, like the old? No, you don't know what I'm
I'm
talking
not
about?
ringing a bell. No.
Okay, well, it was a thing.
Okay.
Whenever people talk about boomboxes, and I was that person apparently right now.
Yeah.
I just think about that one movie.
You'll have to send me
it's
a GIF and then
rom-com.
we'll.
Yeah. Anyways,
Okay.
yeah. Anyways, so.
Are you talking about the Christmas one?
No, okay.
No,
Now
okay.
this is bothering
All right,
me.
never mind.
Share your thoughts.
I'm
while
so
I look this
confused
up.
right now.
What's the John?
No, I have an
Cusack movie?
I have an ancient boombox and it's got some kick. So that thing is,
Okay.
you know, when you start teaching and then you invest in all these
Say
materials. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You invest in all these materials and then, you know, the technology changes, but
Yes.
you've got a really quality collection.
Yeah.
I've just never bothered to digitize it.
That's fair.
Yeah. And I cannot find it anywhere else. It is not available. But if you want to look it up, it's the Kinder Music Tambourine Time. There's a song on there called Sneakin' Round the Room, and it's really cute, and the kids adore it. So I put that on, and then we're going around the room. Bum, 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 bum. Shh. Bum, 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 bum. Shh. Bum, 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 bum. And then it does the same thing in a different articulation. So do, 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 do. And then it goes la, 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 la. And the kids just love it. So we go around the circle, we listen, we sing to the music, and then it ends again with the shh part of the song. And then we're quiet and we crisscross applesauce. And then I go into hello songs, movement, scarves, unpitched percussion, which right now the only thing I'm brave enough to give them is an egg shaker. And then after we do egg shakers, I've been ending with Rafi's Going on a Picnic song. Do you know that one?
I do.
Yeah. I love that one. And I got some from one of our amazing kindergarten teachers who's been there forever. She had a bunch of food, like play food. And so she gave me a picnic's worth. So I spread out a picnic blanket and then I give everybody a piece of the picnic. So when I ask, did you bring the sandwiches? And they sing back, yes, I brought the sandwiches. They put the sandwiches on the picnic blanket in the middle.
Okay.
So
Cool.
And the skills we're working on is listening, call and response, and then being a part of a group.
Yeah.
So this is my role, and then they release the materials and go back. That's it. So what's yours?
For me, well, first off, you have an aid. That was
I
the
do.
last question
I do have an 8.
Okay.
I do. I have one. The thing about it though is that we have a lot of needs in this group of kids, and I'm not sure that at least one, possibly up to 3, might not end up being in this group because they just need more support than a gen ed class can give them. So right now, my art teacher and I are supporting each other in the classroom. And then she had this brilliant idea. We're doing VAPA buddies. So we have 6th graders who are amazing, who have been trained a little bit, and they come in and they're doing community service with us. So for our shifts on Fridays, they'll come support the TKers in art and music. And it's honestly, it's what's made it possible to do all of that.
Yeah. So as far as what I do with the kiddos, first off, they walk in and I'm giving a rhythmic, something rhythmic with my,
just with your voice.
And while they're walking in, they're like copying what I'm doing.
Okay.
Eventually, we'll see. I would like it to where maybe in quarter 3, another student leads instead of me. But
that'd be
we're
cool.
still working on that. And then because
with your voice or with an instrument or what?
I'm still doing the percussive element, but the kids would lead with their body. So what are they tapping? What are they walk as they walk in to create an oval? Because circles don't exist in the classroom of Mr. Seligman. But the thing is,
ovals
ovals.
exist.
I mean, I feel, I don't know. Maybe I should just place oval all across my classroom. But alas, so we walk and create an oval, and then we start. I do my welcome song. Mm-hmm. And I kind of actually, last year I was trying to base this off of Fire Robin's First Steps. When I first started in Chula Vista, that was my main thing I did until I took Orff, and I started deviating away from it a little bit. But I do it with Kinder. And I tried it last year with TK, and there was a lot of issues with it, like just because the pacing is just different. So I'm trying a new pacing, whatnot. So there's a vocal warm up, there's a simple song, there's finger plays, whatnot. bit, and then focus a lot on movement. That's gonna be the key thing for me. So
yeah, keep them engaged. Yeah.
And the thing that's weird is that like one of the books I do in my kinders is From Head to Toe. Eric Carle, rest in peace. And so
that's a fun one.
It's a fun one. My thing is, my TKs did it. I tried doing my TKs, but now those TKs are in kindergarten.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so it's okay. Do we do this as a review? Like, how am I supposed to? Like, I'm still processing. How do I rewrite and create new stuff for TKs, make stuff for kinders? But regardless, so I did a lot. With TK, I'm right now. I'm doing a lot of stuff I do with kinders, but at a different pacing is the key thing.
Okay.
So yeah.
Let me speak to that for a second.
Yeah.
A lot of people worry about that. Can I do the same thing in kindergarten that I did in TK? Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
And I think you should. Because if you look at the standards for visual and performing arts, they spiral. They come back.
It's true.
It's the same standard with just slightly adjusted language where you take it deeper. So it would make sense to me, especially for the little kids, do the same activity, but you're doing it at a different level. You're going to, so how would you take that? Let's take From Head to Toe.
Yeah.
So you developed that lesson for kindergarten. What do you do with it? Do you just read the book straight?
I mean, I read the book for kindergarten or for TK? Which one?
Let's talk about kindergarten because that's who you developed it for.
Yeah.
I know you've been using that book for a long time. Yeah.
I've pretty much, thank you, Joshua Block. I've used a lot of his stuff From Head to Toe. Like the idea of, you read it, they do the movement, whatnot. And then afterwards, we then do an activity utilizing the different kinds of body parts, whatnot. So that's like the jumping off point from which then later on they understand the different body parts, essentially.
Yeah.
So that's what I do with kinder. And I think what I'm going to do from here on, because, actually, let me backtrack. You saying that it's totally fine to use the same stuff.
Absolutely.
And
yeah.
I agree. And to add on to that point, I decided that for kindergarten, we're still sticking to the same literature. I think that the fear is that people might be like, oh, it's the same literature and it's just going to get bored. So far, they haven't. So far,
no, kids love to hear the same story over and over again. Yeah, I mean, how
Especially
many
at
of
that
us?
age.
Yes, back in the 90s, right?
Back in the 90s.
My sister and I would wear videotapes out. I can think of at least 4 that we watched so many times every single day after school.
What was your most watched video?
Brave Little Toaster, obviously.
So good, so good. I feel like for me, my brother and I, we watched Searching for Bobby Fischer. It's this chess movie. Like, we watched it. Josh and I, we still text each other, even though he's across the pond. We still message each other like quotes, like, oh, they're stuck in my brain. Yeah,
right.
No, yeah. As kids, we watch stuff over
and over again, and kids find comfort in that.
They do.
And I heard it explained to me once that, like, the whole world is brand new for kids, and that's exhausting when you don't know what to expect.
Fair.
When you're in a new situation, a lot of us have a completely different personality when we're going into a new situation because we don't know what to expect, and so we're in defense mode. And for a child, when they hear the same story again, they see the same movie, it's so comforting for them because they know what's coming up next. So they're, oh, I love this book. I remember liking this book in TK.
Yeah.
So they'll be braver, and then you can try new stuff with them in kindergarten.
Adding on to that, first off, like, it's really cool to see the students who were with my TK class just smile.
Yeah.
They hear it. I know this song, and they start singing. Wait, hold up. We have friends who have not heard this song yet. So
right.
You guys are experts, but hold on to it. But then the second part is like, they become the experts. They are the ones who you can rely on, because a lot of Fire Robin stuff, which I like, and also a mixed now I've gotten older, like, but the stuff I do like is that it focuses a lot on individualizing the voice. And so if I have students that have already sung that song, who are already confident in that song, I don't have to be the only one singing it. Like, they are the ones.
You've got leaders.
You got leaders, and the kids. Yeah. The thing that is always straining on the voice, especially for men who sing falsetto, like it's singing falsetto.
Yeah.
And so if you can just pinpoint to the kid, hey, did you hear Hannah? She sang amazingly. Can you sing like she sang? And so utilizing those who are in TK the year prior, because they know the literature already,
as your musical expert,
great way to have musical
on
experts.
so many levels. That's
it
so
bolsters the
beneficial.
confidence.
Absolutely. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Geez, you're developing leadership skills. That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always think so. You talking about your Eric Carle book? I use Brown Bear, what do you see?
Yeah.
And so it's just a little soul me lesson. Brown Bear, what do you see? Then we've got call and response, and then so we just read it in TK. But then in kindergarten we make little, I have like laser cut bears. And then they decorate their bear, or they decorate what the bear sees, and we make up our own version of it. And then you can turn it into iconic notation. So we put it in sentence strip holders going up and down with Soul Me, and then we can play it on the boom whackers.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. So then you're moving from just listening orally to now we've got iconic notation, and we're connecting it to playing instruments.
Dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And which is how the standard progresses as well. So you go from just hearing the interval to actually writing it down
So,
and reading it.
in short, repeat it.
Repeat it. Don't be
It's totally
afraid.
fine. It's
Do
totally
not
fine.
be. So first of all, don't be afraid to repeat the same stuff in grade levels. And secondly, don't be afraid to do the same lesson several weeks in a row.
Oh, yeah.
I
No,
am not
definitely,
changing.
definitely.
My TK lesson it's going to be the same this next week. This is the fourth time I will have seen them. It's not going to change until, so it won't change until week 5. Or, lesson 5, it'll be week 6 of school, but lesson 5 for them. And then even then, the structure of the lesson will remain the same, and only about 2 songs will change.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's one thing that's been really nice starting with Fire Robin is that it definitely reinstilled, yes, repeat the songs. They have in their lessons idea like that the one song is utilized for like 5 weeks in,
Yeah.
or 4 weeks in, et cetera, et
Yeah.
cetera. Just and then add on stuff like instead of singing
Right.
in a group, do soloistic stuff, or then maybe if I can utilize my ORF approach, like doing other things. So yeah, that isn't just from the textbook, but like it's okay to use the same song.
It is.
Kids, like especially at that age.
It's not only
especially at that
okay,
age.
it's necessary, it's important. I would say it's vital because you're establishing ritual.
Yeah.
Then you can bring in the novelty. But first you have to have a safe space that feels familiar. Yeah.
Yeah. So TK.
TK.
Kindergarten.
Do the same stuff.
Do it.
It's fine. It's okay. Yeah.
Chaotic Harmony approved. Stamp.
Yes,
Boom.
exactly. Oh, how long are your class blocks?
So this was really cool. So we have last year we had a teacher for TK, and now we have a new person. So that's been interesting. But like with my TK teacher last year, we kind of established it. 45 minutes is pretty long. For the
Yeah, it's a
kids,
long time for them,
But
yeah.
it's kind of needed to do for collaboration. So we
Right.
have a 45 minutes for collaboration. But for music weeks, I only see them for a 20-minute block before lunch, 20-minute block after lunch.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
So
that's
it's
helpful.
very helpful. And so it's a quick little bit here. Like maybe the first block is more like sung-based stuff, while
Yeah.
the second block is more movement-based stuff.
Yeah.
So I've been a
then
huge
go
fan.
play.
Exactly.
I think that's ideal if you can do it
If
that
you can
way.
do it, yeah.
How many visual and performing arts instructors, which is what VAPA is, by the way, if you're new to the podcast, that's a California thing. We say VAPA a lot. It's visual and performing arts.
And if you're new to the podcast, welcome.
Hi.
Hey, I like you already.
So how many VAPA teachers are you sharing collaboration?
Sadly, we only have
with
2.
you? That's it. You're down to 2. Okay.
2. Yeah,
So you've got
so-
them for 40, and then you
Yeah.
only see them every other week.
So for collaboration, we see them for 45 minutes, and we see them every other week for collaboration.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So your teachers do not get release time every week.
They get release time every week.
They do.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
but they get collaboration every other week.
That's
Got
the
it.
idea.
That's
and
the
the
difference.
TK gets collaboration with kindergarten. We've kind
Okay.
of, and it's also been an interesting thing. So like TK and kindergarten get collaboration. So we have 3 teachers, only 2 VAPA teachers. Mm-hmm. And so we thankfully we've made something work with our school psychologist, made that work kind
Okay.
of thing. So
Okay.
yeah, but
Well, that's fortunate.
yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out right now, honestly. Yeah, it's been a little tricky. So we also have 2 VAPA teachers, and the amount of time that we have to fill it's just an
Yeah, because you said it's been increasing. You're unlike our school. Your school's been
Right. Right now, we have our teachers get collaboration time every single week. And
Yeah.
we want to protect that because I think that it really allows them to be the best possible teachers they can be, give
Yeah.
them adequate planning time and time to do whatever it is they need to do, align their lessons. But as the population grows, we'll see if we can keep it. But what that means is that I've got about an hour and 20 minutes that needs to be filled. That's not appropriate for a lesson time. So
an hour and 20 minutes.
So the way we've been working it, I know it's a lot. So 7:45 is when the school day starts. And so they do attendance and then start walking the kids over. And then my art teacher partner is with them and walking with them. And then this last Friday, and probably about 50% of the Fridays from here on out, I'm leading announcements. So I'm on Microsoft Teams on our school-wide meeting, leading our announcements. And everybody thought it was so funny when TK came into my classroom before announcements was done, and I'm like, TK, sit down. In the background, they're like, they're so cute. I'm like, yeah, they're adorable. Thanks for the support.
So you guys do morning announcements through Teams.
Through Teams, we do.
Like that.
We do. We've just been doing it that way. We got used to doing morning announcements as a whole school. Mm-hmm. That's something that our past principal established. We met as a whole school for morning announcements during COVID.
Yeah.
Everybody logged into the morning announcements meeting, and then we just kept doing it, and it makes sense for us. Yeah.
I'm thinking of something else entirely different.
Okay, anyway.
I'll bring it back to this. That's a really cool idea.
It's cool. It is cool. Put a pin in it. So anyway, the first 20 minutes of the day, I guess, is us just getting situated. So we don't start with the sneaking around the room song and actually get started with music class until 8:05, and then I keep them in there until about 8:50. Then we switch over to art class, and then we take a break to do snack time and recess, and then we come back and we do we've just decided that we're doing kind of a third space that's more rest time, because it's during their normal rest time, but we're doing it in our rooms. So rest time. Rest time is the best.
Can we do that?
We've been watching Harmon in Space during rest time.
I don't know this.
No? You guys, Harmon in Space. The Kingston Symphony Orchestra from Canada. Okay. This was their COVID project, and I'm obsessed with it. Harmon she's a dog. She looks like my dog. She's a little puppet, and she's fluffy, and she has the same markings that Lily does. And whenever I show the kids a picture of Lily, they're like, that's Harmon. It's really fun.
Aww.
And Harmon is in a spaceship that looks like a cello with drums and trumpets as the thrusters and the boosters. It's really cute. And she's traveling through space, and she forgot the password to land her spaceship.
Oh, no.
So she has to zoom in her friends from the Kingston Symphony Orchestra, and they try to play all the music that they know, and they highlight a different instrument every week. So the first one, they learn about the flute, then the clarinet.
Wait, I need to check this out.
This is so great.
And this looks super cute.
It's super cute. The episodes are all short. They're 9 minutes or less, and I'm unreasonably obsessed with it. There's 2 seasons.
Fascinating.
It's so great. You know how I love puppets.
You love puppets?
Yeah, a little
bit.
Since
when? No.
I know.
No.
I love it so much. Lily's going to be Harmon for Halloween this year.
Do you think those videos do you think you say you share
they're
that
on YouTube, they're free.
But my question is, do you think first graders would enjoy them?
Oh, totally. They love it. No, I feel like I need to record this year the last episode of season 1 when Harmon is finally able to land her spaceship. They cheer. It's the cutest thing. Without fail, the kids just are like, yay!
Interesting. So
it's so cute.
We have this unrelated to TK, I know, but for most grade levels now that we lost a lot of teachers, we have 2 teachers for 2 VAPA teachers. So that means 70 minutes of collaboration. So for first grade, it's ooh, that's a lot of time. What do I might want to.
I'm happy to share. My blocks for my students are all over an hour. Yeah. And I actually like it.
I mean, I see
it took some adjusting.
I see a lot of benefit, especially with the older kids. We can do already. We've done a lot of good stuff with it.
We can, you know what? We can talk about that later. How do you break up a over hour long music class? If that's your life.
Buxtehude.
Exactly. Right. Obviously, you should be singing a Bach quintet. What are you doing?
PreK Bach. Rest in peace.
Aww.
He passed away recently, right?
And I believe you're right. Yeah. Not that long ago
Sad
at all.
Face.
Okay.
But we're not talking about PDQ. TK.
TK.
Hey.
Back to that.
A lot of letters.
Okay.
It's 5 letters.
Little kids are very literal. They have trouble with abstract comments or concepts. And so I've thought, and comments, that too. Don't talk about, at the minute you answer a kid's hand, it's going to be it won't be about the lesson.
Oh man, dude, can I share this thing?
Yes.
We had school elections this past week, and this student, bless his heart, he did an approach that was very unique, and I knew from the onslaught this is not going to work. So, a lot of people, they say very similar speeches, and they're like, they're good speech. Some of them deliver it amazingly, but oftentimes they're very similar speeches, similar structure, what they'll do for the school, why they're responsible, and then do a slogan, then they chant out. This one kid goes on stage, she's like, hi, I'm blah, 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 blah. And, well, let me ask you, what do you want? It's like, oh no. and it's like, you in the yellow shirt, what do you want? He's a first grader.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no. And, and then this other kid raises his hand. He's a class clown. But the sixth grader doesn't know that. So, you, what do you want?
Did he say skibbity toilet?
No. He said,
oh, my gosh.
And I was like, oh, no. This is falling apart. And so, yeah. Sorry, what was it? What did you say again that led to this? Like comments?
I was going in a different direction, and now I've kind of, I don't even know why
it's just addressing kids' comments.
What it made me think of though was I was hanging out with two little kids in the art room, and we were at stations, and so at their station they were building a house. That was the activity with magnet tiles, and so this one little girl goes, well, I'm gonna put a pool in my house because I have a pool at my house, and then the little boy sitting next to her goes, well, I have chocolate milk at my house.
Good for you, kid.
I loved it so much. I had to turn around and walk away for a second because I was laughing. I'm like, well, what's she gonna say about that, huh?
Beat that.
Right?
Checkmate.
It's so great. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I was thinking about how with the little ones, with my picnic lesson, I have to give them something concrete to hang on to and contribute. So how do you give them something, and what do you use for visual aids and props with them that you wouldn't necessarily use with the older kids?
I do this. I mean, I think I do the same thing with kinder. And so visual prompts, I don't know. It is very concrete. It's very much echo me. It's very much I think with TK, I don't even, I want to give my students more vocabulary so we can do stuff later on. But TK, I just say solo versus tutti versus, but I won't explain it. It's not worth it. But,
just introducing it.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's visual aids,
we don't lecture babies about what words mean. We just use language.
We lecture in Palestrina. So similar to the roller, there's things that signify. So I have a microphone. It's a broken microphone, but it's a microphone. It's a physical Shure microphone. Rest in peace, Shure microphone that I never got to use, but alas.
That's a sad story.
I mean, it was before my time. It was dead before my time.
Okay,
so
got it. But you kept it.
I inherited a dead microphone.
I love it. I have two broken karaoke mics that are golden. Those crappy ones.
You showed me that.
Yeah, those are trophies. They go to the all-star class.
Maybe I should spray paint this.
Yeah, absolutely you should.
Or I could repair it.
No, spray paint.
Yeah. So yeah, the physical representation of who's going to be the speaker, whatnot. Yeah, and then a lot of the answer is yes. And I all the language I try to utilize is very me, you.
Right.
Let's do it together. And then when we start doing different kinds of movements, there are images on the screen that I point to, or I use my body as a full thing to utilize, from head to toe. We talk about, I'm a penguin, I can move my head, but I actually do it. So that way, it looks like a penguin. What am I supposed to do with a penguin? Or giraffe, has a long neck, but unless I don't bend my neck, they ain't gonna bend their neck. So yeah, so it's.
Or you find the best GIF ever of an.
You could. That's true.
A giraffe moving its neck.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was. I need to roll it. I need to roll it back.
I need to send you to my chiropractor, bud.
Woo. So yeah.
So
it's very much. I am the physical representation, or we have physical items to represent to those youngins, whatnot. How about you?
Yeah. I mean, all of the things that you would normally think of, nothing out of the ordinary. But the play food is really helpful. Scarves are helpful. Just something that they can physically hold in their hands. Puppets, they will do anything for a puppet.
You like puppets?
If you haven't learned this about me, my parents were puppeteers growing up. And so not only did they put on puppet shows, my dad made puppets.
Them. That's awesome.
So I have a lot of my dad's puppets in my classroom, and I use them, and I have some really fantastic ones. And we have a little girl in kindergarten this year, and she's got some pretty severe delays in a lot of areas, but I was having so much trouble figuring out how to help her, sit down and do what she needed to do. Got out my little monster puppet, Stuart. She will do anything for Stuart. Mm-hmm.
So what was your reaction to our former coworker who just like freaked out about puppets? Sick, rest in peace. Sorry. Maybe a coworker.
Like, didn't like it?
Oh yeah, he was freaked out by puppets so much.
I don't remember that.
Okay. It was early. So probably your first year. Anyways.
Okay.
Regardless.
Well, I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
You don't have to like them, but they're powerful teaching tools.
They are good teaching tools. Yeah.
Yeah.
I use stuffies, but I like the puppet element.
I have learned that a lot of adults are uncomfortable with the play element of teaching really young kids.
Yeah.
And so if people are afraid of being silly, they're very uncomfortable with a puppet.
I led a workshop recently with a bunch of private studio teachers that are entering the classroom through LEAD. So they're teaching after school stuff. Shout out to all y'all. Thank you, DJ. Hi. But one of the things that I should have said this earlier. I should have started with this one. It's like, don't be afraid to be a goober.
Be a goob.
Be a goob.
All the way. Lean into the cringe.
The thing is, like, the thing that I don't get why. Like, is it because we've been so conditioned from our conservatory that we need to be prim and proper?
Serious musician. You know, I think it just goes to your comfort level with yourself.
Yeah, that's fair.
And like, do you feel accepted by your own community? And how many people were told, like, don't act like that, don't do that, and it was just socialized out of them, which is really sad.
Yeah.
You know, we're told so often that you have to fit into this box and do this thing, and I feel like especially in the digital age, like being different on social media for a young person, that is risky.
That is true.
It is. I mean, there's a really good book. This is a tangent, but it's relevant. It's called The Anxious Generation, and I think that everybody needs to read it. It's kind of based, it's directed at parents of children, but it is about how childhood has fundamentally changed since we all got phones in 2010. And it is by a happiness researcher, Jonathan Haidt. Haidt, and he outlines exactly what has changed psychologically, socially with the advent of phones and the moving of childhood from the physical realm to the digital realm. And then he also gives suggestions for changes that could be made as we deal with it and as we move forward. But he talks about how with kids on social media, they're afraid to explore. So he talks about, like, there's two modes that you go into when you're learning: defend mode or discover mode. And we got to go into college in discover mode, you know, excited to jump into a new social sphere, learn all kinds of new things. But now we're seeing campuses full of kids in defend mode, and they're afraid of saying something that won't be accepted by the peer group, of looking a certain way that won't be accepted, and being crucified on social media. Which
is so fascinating, because I feel like pre-08, before social media, really, when the internet was full of forums, you know, that was areas of solace for people who could not interact in the analog space.
Yeah.
People who felt apprehensive to, and so the digital space was a place that was of comfort, place that people felt, you know, seen by other people who also didn't feel seen. Or where you could go
disappear, right?
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And but like, I feel like it's just different now. I feel like especially with I think social media being a big part of it, like, just the internet space is just different nowadays. Like, even like Twitter, which was such a great place for people to share thoughts, has become a cesspool of like negativity, and people, like, the best way to share their thoughts, instead of people sharing ideas, it's, oh no, your idea sucks, your idea sucks, your idea sucks. And it's like,
no,
what happened to the sharing of ideas?
Okay, so this is why TK music is so important. Okay, because we are their first exposure to the rules of improvising, right? Yes, and. We're teaching them how to yes, and. We're teaching them how to look each other in the eye and collaborate together on a song in the physical world. Think of how much our students, our tiny little 4-year-old students, spending on a screen, on these apps that they'll play on that give them a constant hit of dopamine, on videos. So when they're coming into your classroom and you're worried about how to structure your lesson, let me encourage you. Let's work on those social skills as much as possible. Let's work on having fun as a group. Yeah. As much as possible. It's so important now more than ever. Yeah. It's a soapbox.
No, for sure. And I think it just reinforces even more so this notion that we teach music, but we teach way more. This is the opportunity. If you feel like you're only a music teacher, you're going to place yourself in box, and you're going to isolate kids. But if you recognize that you are a teacher of kids, that's what you do, and the modality you do it is music.
Yes.
Then you can do amazing things with your students.
We are teaching humans. We're raising kids. We are teaching like how to be the best possible version of yourself. Music is the vehicle to get there.
It makes me also react to, I know those placards. I teach little musicians, and comes from positive intent. Don't get me wrong. But as music teachers, we don't teach. We do teach, and I guess you have to redefine what a musician is, but we teach children. We teach kids. And
well, it's like I say, I'm not raising kids. When I talk about my boys, I'm raising adults. I'm raising young men. They're kids right now, but that's not who I'm raising.
You're raising,
it's a shift in perspective. Are you looking at just the person in front of you, because that's important, but you also need to see far ahead.
Interesting.
Yeah, especially.
I see where you're coming from. I feel like for me, I don't have kids yet, but like the idea, like, because I feel like the fear is that if you think of like the opposite element when you're saying I'm raising adults, you have parents that just, I'm not going to get to that level. I'm not going to be...
Oh, that's not what I'm saying at all.
Exactly. I know it's not what I'm saying. So I feel like...
I'm the first to get down on all fours and play with a kid.
We just said be a goob. So
be a goob, but for sure.
Yeah, it's like I think, I'm raising people,
But I guess
that's what you're saying.
Why you're a goob. Like, you're not just being silly because you're being silly. You're being silly because that is how they communicate. That's where they are. That's what's going to grab their little attention right now. And that's how the lesson's going to sink in.
And also, pushing back to my own words right now.
Sure.
Also, adults should be goobers.
Oh my gosh.
And I think that's the thing. And
we need to play.
We do need to play as adults.
Yes.
And so to be adult does not mean to be sterile and to be, it means to be creative people. And so, okay. I resonate with you.
Laugh.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
All right. This was a good talk.
Yeah.
TK, what do you do with them? Do you have them? Do you teach them? Does it give you anxiety to teach them? Have you had an aha moment? Make a voice memo on your phone, please, and send it to us at chaoticharmonyclassroom@gmail.com.
And if you don't teach TK, what are your thoughts about TK? And what do you think you would do in that kind of situation?
Or preschool. We could just extend that.
We extend it to preschool.
If you start at kindergarten.
How do you differentiate?
Yeah, if you were told all of a sudden out of the blue.
You teach
preschool now.
Sub-kinder.
How'd you feel about that? Let us know.
Yeah.
We'll be back after the break.
I want to take a quick break and thank my husband, Bryan, who's been working behind the scenes producing these episodes every week on all of the platforms and on time. But you need to know that he is first a financial planner for Mission Trails Financial. Mission Trails Financial is a partner that seeks to guide clients in the journey to financial success. They believe that people need a financial advisor that aims to provide strategies for success. Mission Trails Financial helps people navigate investments, tax planning, and insurance. Imagine working with an advisor who isn't tied to specific brands. Mission Trails Financial has a fiduciary responsibility to act in the best interests of their clients by providing independent, objective advice. Their mission is to help clients accomplish their financial goals. As Joe Vitale once said, a goal should scare you a little and excite you a lot. Do yourself a favor and set up a time to chat with Mission Trails Financial. Visit www.missiontrailsfinancial.com or call 619-419-0238 to schedule a call. You'll be glad you did. We believe that leaning on professionals is how we get ahead. Check out the program notes for more information.
And we're back.
But before we're back, hard left turn. Hey, y'all. 98 episodes. Thank you so much for being a part of this.
It's a large number.
It's a big number. It's bigger than 97. So.
It is. It's true.
And so if you've been with us since episode 0 or just started, thank you so much. It's really great to have you all a part of this. But if you want this to grow further and reach out to more people, support the things you love or run by a small group of people that have full-time jobs.
Yeah.
So help us out. Go to patreon.com/chclassroom. We have some lesson ideas. We got some merch also if you subscribe to different levels. It also looks very colorful. Very colorful. But if you can't drop us a buck, that's okay. This podcast is meant to be free. You can always leave us a review on any podcast listening app or go to youtube.com/chclassroom and hit us a like, send us a nice comment below, and do the things. Share it. Tell your peeps.
That's right. Okay.
Spiccato.
Okay. I couldn't fit this in here. What would you do with a beanbag chair? You know what I'm talking about? Like 90s style beanbag chair.
Wow. So,
and I'm going to tell you why I have one in my classroom now.
Interesting. So I'm trying to have my parents get rid of theirs.
Do they have a giant one?
No, they have a big one. And it's also it's not serviceable. It's
okay. It's like nasty.
It's not as nasty. Like there never was a good place for it. It blocks the fireplace, which so for wintertime, it's like, you know.
Do they use it though? Do they like it?
They like the idea of it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's.
So you think the last thing I thought you were going to talk about first was your parents?
Yeah, well,
That's funny.
because I'm currently living with my parents because like rent in San Diego is harsh. Another reason you should support people who are living in San Diego. Patreon.com/CHClassroom. But yeah, and so until I move out, which is next year, we're wild.
You're saving it for a house, baby.
Well, we'll talk later.
We'll say, yeah,
we'll talk
whatever
later.
you want.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Things are crazy in Southern California, though.
Things be cray. But beanbag chairs are not cray. And so...
They're a little
But
cray.
they're big.
It depends. I'm talking kid size here. So think like kindergarten size beanbag chair.
Compared to this chair size, like how big?
Yay by yay. We're talking small boulder.
Small boulder. That does not help. We are terrible Americans who utilize non-metrics. Small boulder. How big's your beanbag? I don't know. It's yay.
Okay, let's say 2 feet in circumference.
Oh, okay.
Is that helpful?
Fascinating. I would prefer radius or diameter, but circumference we could do. So
No, not circumference. I meant diameter.
by diameter. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
I can math.
It's all good. It's Sunday. Okay. So what would I do? I think. It would be for the classroom element. Let's see. Let's see. First off, if you want fancy, like some peeps who have like xylophones on their, on rollies, like that wouldn't be a bad idea to help support before, like while you're like instead of on knees for bass xylophones.
Oh, okay. For knees, not xylophones. Got it. Like you would kneel on it. I'm like,
no. For the children, not the instruments.
We're not putting my Studio 49 1600 series xylophone on a beanbag chair. No. No, John.
So no, for children to play.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
That would be cool.
That could work. It's true.
I feel like depending on how dense it is, there's a sensory element one could do. I feel like just engulfing one in the bag.
Oh, okay. You could do like a movement.
Yeah.
Connection with it.
Yeah. I feel like something. So I still remember level 2. We had Emmanuel Soto, but we called him Santos. To this day, classic Santos for reasons. But yeah, so bless his heart. One of our instructors goofed his name by accident. So he's Santos.
So, yeah.
But like one of the things is like, so there was a time. So Emmanuel, he's a big dude. He's a big dude, and I pre-COVID, I was a scrawny dude, and so I remember one time we were doing this moving piece, and we're like trying like different ways to pick up or such, and then I said, I didn't say this, but I was thinking like, we should just like, do like Titanic style. Just like, so he gets on his back.
Like I'm king of the world.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And so he gets on his back and he sticks his feet up and I rest my hips.
Gosh.
And then I just start,
I remember this now.
I wish he could, but that would be impossible to spin me while he's on the floor. So anyways.
Like Dirty Dancing or something.
I remember, man, I got a story about that.
Oh my gosh.
Did you know the first time I saw that movie was in band class for a substitute? The lead trumpet player is like, these are so soft core. It's like,
yeah, that would not fly these days.
No,
in
it would
school.
not. Nope.
That's a nope.
Anywho, so my thought is
we survived. we
Did we
survived
though?
schooling.
Am I a healthy individual?
I feel like the millennials now are the ones that are like, back in my day.
Back in my day.
You wouldn't believe what they let us watch in band class.
Oh my gosh.
Like Mr. Holland's Opus, that would never fly now.
I don't remember like the whole movie.
Never mind. We can talk about it
There-
later.
I know there's problematic
anyway,
elements.
beanbag chair. Where
But
are we
anyways,
going here?
having someone like push a child into the bag, but it has to be in a safe way,
Right.
like, just for that sensory
Like
motion.
trust fall or something.
Not trust fall, but like there's a push. There's a kind of, it's like the opposite of the David Frigo
Pull.
with
Nylons. Yeah, pantyhose. Mm-hmm.
So the opposite, you're pushing into that. There's
Got
this
it.
element that there's a feedback that the child that's
Slow-mo
being
push.
pushed in that feels, and also there's a feedback that the pusher feels. But it just has to be in a healthy way. I don't think that's safe for young ones necessarily, but
No,
know.
it's an
That's
interesting idea.
Yeah.
I was interested to see what you were gonna say. You're allowed to be annoyed at me for not having a music class direct link to why I have beanbag chairs in my room now. I have two. One is for the calm down corner.
okay, yeah.
I don't know that we've ever talked about calm down corners.
We haven't gone in depth, but we talked about it.
We can get into calm down corners if you want to. My calm down corner is not very exciting, but I have a place in my room.
It's better than mine. I have duct tape. So
There you go. Like go here.
No, you just use a chair.
Got it. And then you just duct tape the
Calm
child
down.
to the chair. Yeah, right. No, that's not what it is, John.
Oh, that's
it's
not? Okay, that's one in the episode.
God. No, it's a place that I've got like a bunch of quarter rests all over it. It says resting spot. And if a child comes in dysregulated, and they need a place to go calm down themselves, there's a little, like one of those little dental timers, like a oh my gosh, hourglass, like a little green hourglass. Yeah. It's 2 minutes. They flip the hourglass. They've got 2 minutes to hang out, get their little self together, and then come rejoin. If they need longer than that in the calm down corner, then we contact the counselor to come have a conversation. So that's the system that I've got going in my room for the calm down corner, and it's really helpful because then they don't feel trapped.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And sometimes they got a whole life outside my room, so sometimes they need help. It did not always have a beanbag chair in it. And the reason is that this year I found out that I needed a little bit more protection for myself. And I got punched in the stomach already this year. So we're going into week 5 of the year.
Name.
Yeah, right. No, not doing it. But somebody had a episode where they became dysregulated, and there was nothing we can do. And, can't lay hands on kids. So I couldn't safely evacuate the class, and I had to put myself between the kiddo and everybody else to protect them. And I decided after that day that I needed to protect myself because, I've had multiple surgeries and I can't be putting myself at risk like that. Yeah. And so I'm putting this out in public because I am so passionate about all of us doing what we can do to stay in this job, because I really believe that we make a huge difference.
Yeah.
And so I got a beanbag chair so that if I'm ever in that situation again, I can grab it
buffer.
And I can put it in front of myself to protect myself, because there sure are a lot of potential projectiles in the music room, but you need to protect yourself too.
Sure.
Yeah. So there you go. I know that's a bit of a downer to end on, but I thought it was important.
If you have any ideas, let us know. Like beanbag chairs.
Yeah, what would you do with a beanbag chair? Also,
it's the size of a small bowl.
How do you keep yourself safe? We could do a whole episode on that kind of stuff.
I think that would be good to get guests on.
Yeah.
Like, actually, that would
Safe
be a cool episode to
classrooms.
have people record their thoughts on that.
If you resonate with that, if you know somebody that would be amazing to talk to about that, like creating safe classroom environments and setting yourself up as an educator for safety, I think that that's an important topic.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
Well, I have something for you for the beginning of the school year. My summer hobby was painting rocks, so I made that one for you.
Aw.
Because you rock.
Oh.
It says on the back, this is your reminder that you rock.
I will keep this not in my classroom.
That would be a projectile.
Maybe we'll put it in the band room.
You can,
know,
good, yeah,
so
there
older
you go.
kids like that.
Self-control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll go to at my podium.
There you go.
Guys, we rock, and if you feel like we don't, stare glare.
Do you see there's one fish going the opposite direction of everybody else? That's you.
That's me.
You're that fish.
That's fish. Fish. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? We have a round.
Yeah, we have a round.
All right. Round of the week. Laugh, ha, ha. Here's a merry jest. He who laughs last will surely laugh best. Laugh, ha, ha, here's a merry jest. He who laughs last will surely laugh best.
You want to say they?
What?
I want to say they.
They. This is another one of those no name, no annotation folk songs.
Who dis?
I don't know who it is, but we're laughing. Laugh, ha, ha, here's a merry jest. He who laughs... Oh, yeah, they. They who laughs last will surely laugh best.
Laugh, ha, ha, here's a merry jest. They who laugh last will surely laugh best.
Will surely laugh best.
Here is merry jest. They who laugh last will surely laugh best.
Will surely laugh best. He who laughs last will surely laugh best. Wow, we're really nailing these endings.
Crushing it. Crushing it. Yeah. I think, our professors would be so pleased.
So proud.
We would pass all the juries.
Whatever.
Glad
Oh my
it's over.
gosh, juries. Why'd you bring that up? Jeez.
Speaking of juries, if people can reach out to you.
That's no connection whatsoever.
No, but
If you want to find me and tell me about your jury trauma, Mrs. Pridmore on the Instagram, crystalpridmore.com.
And you can find me at Mr. Seligman, MrSeligman, all the socials. I'm on John Seligman. Should I do Jonathan? I know it's an extra 6 letters.
You can do whatever you want.
But what are your thoughts, though? I know I can.
I mean, I know you as John, but...
Jonathan, John. I don't know. Figure it out. John Seligman, johnseligman.com. And you can find us at CH Classroom. Also, you can email us at chaoticharmonyclassroom@gmail.com. Thank you so much for listening, y'all. Bye.
The Chaotic Harmony podcast is a joint project between Crystal Pridmore and Jonathan Seligman. You can find us online at chaoticharmonyclassroom.com. You can email us at chaoticharmonyclassroom@gmail and let us know what you think. Give us feedback about what you would like to hear in future episodes. We're on all the socials. Find us on facebook.com/chaoticharmonyclassroom. You can find us on Twitter at @CHClassroom, Instagram at Chaotic Harmony Classroom, and you can even find our episodes on YouTube. Chaotic Harmony is the name of our channel. Special thanks to Bryan Pridmore for his help with production and equipment. www.pridmoria.com.
I didn't say I can, but you can. One can. An individual can.
I thought you can.
No, I'm not that person.
Oh, okay.
No.
Maybe I'm just thinking of your double clap thingy.
Double clap's a different story, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
There's also the...
Stop. No. God. You're so fired.
Welcome to season 6. Jonathan's fired.
Lord.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I'm speaking of butts. I'm speaking out of my butt. But I think a big part is RSS feeds are still accessible to anyone. But like the distribution, yeah, I think just it's fallen apart with the oligarchs of Apple, Spotify, and Google fell apart. But it's doing that own thing now. So yeah, it's hashtag late stage capitalism.
I'm afraid that in a few years, doing this, we won't be able to control what is being published under our own names. Because right now, everything being published is, we control it.
Hey, Brian, I accidentally pushed this button. Is that bad?
Oh, that button?
Yeah.
That button. Oh man.
What butt is it supposed to be on?
That's a good one.
That good? Okay. All right, shall we?
To be continued, Brian. I understand your concern.
Put a pin in it.
Like a butt. Welcome to episode 100. I'm just gonna put on some paint. Be Ron McDonald. All high as fuck.
At first, I thought you said put on some pants.
Step one. Yeah. Well,
Please put on pants.
it's like it's like Zoom days.
I know, right?
No one's gotta know.